Hello everyone, I'm Surabhi. Welcome to my channel. My today's busy book is for my 5-year-old, but I have written almost 6 because she's turning 6 by year end. So, whenever you make these activities for your kids, don't look at that only, your 5-year-old should be able to do it because if your guy has just turned 5-year-old, it will be little advanced. So just specifying that my girl is 5-year-old but she's turning 6 very soon. And these are the mathematics activities. This busy book is for mathematics. We are doing three number addition, comparing the numbers, skip counting, money matters, and corners and side concept are 2D and 3D shapes. And I'll tell you why we are doing these activities step by one. So let's start with the first one. Here is a three number addition. They're very simple, but my girl goofs up when it goes to more complicated numbers, in the sense 6 plus 2 she can do, but if she has to remember that 2 plus 6 plus 3, this is more of a memory work or mental work that she has to remember which three numbers she is adding. So addition is easy, but to keep remembering that after 6 she has to add 3 to it, that is complicated. So as of now we are doing still on paper, and she'll be able to use writing it, and or making it and writing 8 and then adding 3. She has a physical medium here to use it, but that will be, maybe by next year I would like her to remember these numbers in her mind and do it verbally. So this is the first step of those mental things which I want her to practice, because anyways she doesn't have much attention span. It's difficult, the numbers are like difficult, complicated for her. So that's why it's the first step we are doing. Three number addition. Numbers are simple, addition is simple, but she need to focus and do it. Second one, we are doing greater, lesser, and comparing numbers. So this is a revision concept. So I make one activity difficult, one activity easy. That is what my mood is. So here the simple numbers, just revising that that on the bigger side the open mouth goes, that kind of thing. So we'll be revising these numbers and hopefully she'll be able to do it. Again, we'll revise the concept that you always compare the tens or hundredth number first to see that it's a uh, like in this one we compared the 100th number, so we say this is bigger. In this one, because our 100th number is same, so we compare the 10th number. So that's how we do this activity. Now going to a complicated one. Again, we are doing a skip counting here. 2, 4, 6, then 8, 10, 12. Here we are skipping by 3, skipping by 5, and skipping by 10. So again, a simple addition practice for her so that she get fluent with these addition activities. That's it. Here we are doing the money matters. Again, because she's very much interested in her money, in her piggy bank money, she likes to count. And we did this activity, similar activity, in another DIY way, where I gave her the piggy bank. I let her get her piggy bank money, which is all the coins, and give a object to her that this is 20 cents. You give me 50 cents, how much should I return you back? So we did this activity with the real money already. So that's why I'm trying to do, can she do it in a worksheet format, and if she's not able to do it, I'll get the piggy bank money again out and then let her count physically. So that is what this activity is about, that if the product is 65 cents, you made a payment of this much money, so she has to add this one and see how much money she has, then how much change would she get. So like it's 20, 40, 60, 80 cents she paid. The product which she bought was only 65 cents. How much money should she get? That should be 80 minus 65 cents. But it's complicated for her. And we just take the real money, we do it again and again and practice. But this is what she's very much interested in all the maths activities, because this is real life thing and she really want to become, do all the adult things. So that's why she loves this activity, though it's complicated, but we're still trying it again. Now corners and sides. So we never did with the three-dimensional things, I have never done with her much, because she never showed interest in these things. So now I have to introduce, show in the two-dimensional she knows that these are corner, these are sides, it's very easy for her. But when it goes to three-dimensional, she loses it. this we saw because we were doing with the Rubik's cube, and I was like, look at the corner, what color is there? And she was like, okay, but which corner and all that. So I thought that I'll revise this concept again with her for the three-dimensional things. That I'll get the real Rubik cube, show her the corners and sides, and then ask her to kind in a real Rubik cube that how many corners it has, how many sides it has. And similar, we have this triangular prism, we have a three-dimensional object set. I want to show this to her and then see can she figure out that what are the corners, what are the sides in a three-dimensional projects. So this is again, we realized while we were playing that she doesn't know these things. So that's why I introduces this as an activity. So that is my intention, that whatever topic you find that your child is lacking in, make that as a busy book, and so that you practice it and you teach them without teaching it. So hope you enjoyed this activity. Bye bye.